Hey guys, it's AJ here from Dream, Build, Inspire, Lead, and I want to just tell you a quick story about my experience with Trav Bell. Trav's a mate of mine, well he is now, but I only met him a couple of weeks ago at National Speakers Association of Victoria, and Trav is sort of like a life coach, and I think he's going to be amazing at his job. He spent the last 15 years as a personal trainer, and I love personal trainers because they specialize in helping others achieve their goals. You know, if their clients don't achieve their goals, they don't get paid. So they're used to working under pressure and achieving results, and I love them. So Trav was one guy I met, and I'd only probably spoke to him for about 20 minutes, and he invited me to one of his seminars. And later on I found out that it was his inaugural seminar, the launch of his life coaching business, and I can see this guy is going to rocket through the charts, and he's going to be just one of those people who genuinely cares about you, all right? And when you get into this whole speaker game, you'll find that some people you meet aren't so genuine. Some people only want to do the money, some people only want the fame, but Trav's one guy. He loves life and he's passionate about life, and he's used to helping people achieve stuff. And so I went to this seminar and I learned a hell of a lot of things from him. The biggest thing that I learned from him is going to be this whole notion of victim versus victor. And the idea behind that is whenever you experience failure in life, you tend to be a little bit afraid. You know, humans don't like pain, and failure causes pain, so we tend to be a little bit more quiet, a little bit more reserved. And I've certainly toned things down over the past 2 years, reading about my challenges over the past 2 years. And I'm rebuilding the empire, which means that I need to perform at my best. And that means that I can't be afraid. You know, it's okay to be nervous, but afraid is something different, right? And it got me thinking about what he said about, you know, when something happens in your life, you know, you've got two choices. One, you can choose to be a victim. You can choose to get afraid. You can choose to be scared. You can choose to change your life because of one event, right? And that makes you a victim. Or you can be a victor and take the experience that hammered into you, right? Learn from it. And as he says, get over your shit, right? Excuse me, I never swear in my videos, but, you know, that's the kind of guy Trav is, right? He tells it how it is. And so every time I think about, you know, what I want to do now, and I think back, oh, in the past I shouldn't be doing this, right? Instantly I hear Trav's voice in my head going, are you a victim or are you a victor? You know, and that, just taking away that from his seminar was brilliant, right? The second thing that Trav did for me was talk to me about this concept of the reticular activator system, or the Google search, right? Now, I know all about the reticular activator system, or RAS, and what it is that it's a special part of your brain that is fired up, sort of like a little filter, you know, because there's so many pieces of information coming in, processing your mind, you know, millions of thoughts, you know, it's just crazy, right? And your reticular activator system acts as a filter to sort of filter out anything that doesn't interest you. For instance, if someone came up and spoke to me about snails, I wouldn't be interested in that. So if I saw Snails Weekly sitting on a coffee table, I wouldn't pick up that magazine, right? But other people who like snails may want that magazine, right? So it's a bit of a filter system. And the best example is that whenever you see a friend of yours buys a new car that you know, and they show it off to you, say it's a Volkswagen Beetle or something like that, and the next time that you're driving around town, all of a sudden you start seeing all these Volkswagen Beetles, you know, and they're everywhere, right? They've always been there, it's just you never noticed them, right? And that's what the reticular activator system does. It helps you notice stuff that puts you in that certain mind frame, or whatever you filtered to receive, right? And Trav calls this thing the Google search, and to me it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant, a metaphor for this thing, because everyone knows Google, and we're growing up in an age where Google is quite predominant, and it's a fantastic metaphor. So I want to show you quickly right now the importance of being focused in Google, and translate that to the reticular activator system. So we need to have a look at the computer here, so let's have a look. So here we are in trusty Google, and let's say we're looking for dog training in Melbourne, so we just type in dog training, that'll do, right? And we've got 18,900,000 results. Okay, well let's try adding the keyword Melbourne. That gives us with 500,000 results. Okay, what if we put it in quotations? 415,000 results. Okay, let's try some special search engine ninja code in title. 2,170 results, and the first link here says Dog Training Melbourne. So I'm going to click on that, and it comes up. Looks pretty generic, but there we go, Dog Training in Melbourne. So chances are I will actually give these guys a call. So you see how when you become more specific, how, you know, the results sort of appear more focused on exactly what you want. And it's the same thing when you use your reticulator activator system. So as you can see, it's very important, if you want the correct information in Google, it's very important that you search specifically for the information that you want, right? Otherwise you're going to get a whole bunch of garbage results, and that isn't going to help anyone. And in the same way in your life, right, it's very important to be specific about what you want to achieve from your day, from the hour, from the week, from the year, from even by watching this video, right? And the reason why is that life is full of distractions. And if you're not focused on what you want, you will plod out through life, and you'll end up being one of those people who look back, wake up one day and say, holy crap, what has happened to my life? How did I get here? You know? And I'm very conscious of that fact in my own life, and whenever I talk to cool young people all around the world and speak to them about my journey and stuff like that, I tell them, always be aware of your surroundings. You saw what happens in Google when you type in something not specific. It's exactly the same thing in your life. So guys, please do me a favor. This week's challenge is going to be more specific, right? Write down what you hope to achieve. If you guys are working in an office or some sort of corporate environment and you go to a meeting, write down what you want to achieve from that meeting, right? And make sure you achieve it. And if you start to write down what you hope to achieve at any point in things, like from the day, from the week, from a meeting, anything, you'll start to see your life just focus just that little bit more, and it'll give you the edge and help you perform better in turning your dreams into reality. Now, I've got one favor to ask. Trav Bell is launching his new site. It looks pretty cool, and he's got a bunch of articles and videos on there. This guy's going to skyrocket up the charts. So do yourself a favor and please visit this website. The link's below, and check out travbell.com and help my boy Travis out. So thank you so much for listening to me today. I'm AJ Kalatunga. Dream, build, inspire, lead, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.